If you are a gamer with kids just like me, but you want something more stimulating than quote-unquote family games, then these are the top 10 games to look out for in 2018. Now, before we get started, if you want more videos like this, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Now, 2017 was a banner year for gaming overall, and 2018 is looking just as bright. As a gamer with young kids who started getting into the hobby, I wanted to find games that would do a good job of showing them why I fell in love with gaming. Now, not all of these games are multiplayer or co-op, which is okay. These games seem like they'd be great for exploration and experimentation, along with visually compelling art styles and interesting mechanics. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting at number 10. If you have a kid who loves to play with their food, then this game is for them. To quote the Kickstarter for this game, Noor is an interactive exploration of the aesthetics of food. Something like an interactive art piece. The game doesn't bother with goals or objectives. You and your kids can make a mess with no cleanup whatsoever. You interact with scenes full of sweet and savory snacks like ramen, boba tea, popcorn, and a meat grinder, all while you mash your keyboard or MIDI fighter controller. From 9 months to 99 years, this is a game that literally anyone can play. Noor is slated for an April release and will be available on PC and Mac. So next up at number 9, what happens when you take 5 indie developers and a love for NES era games? You end up with UFO 50. Being helmed by Derek Yu, the creator of Splunky, he and 4 other developers are releasing a 50-game megapack that range from side-scrolling platformers, old-school RPGs, to beat-em-ups, puzzle, and strategy games. With single-player, co-op, and competitive multiplayer, this game will be a great way to introduce younger gamers to retro gaming without having to deal with all of the many older, more frustrating mechanics. The developers say the titles are full games and not micro games or mini games, but they are slightly smaller than commercial 8-bit titles from the 1980s. As a parent gamer, I've debated with myself on whether I should start my kids on classic games or let them jump straight into more complex, modern experiences. Thanks to UFO 50, I can give them a little bit of both now. It's like having your parental cake and eating it too. So Mossmouth says that the entire collection could take more than 100 hours to play through, which is perfect in my book. UFO 50 doesn't have a concrete release date yet, but it's aiming for a 2018 release. At number 8, we have Wandersong. Eons ago, the goddess Aya set the universe into motion with her music. Now, as she does every epic or so, she's planning to sing a new song, effectively resetting existence. To preserve the Earth, the bard will have to go on a journey around the world, visiting the planet's spirit guides and collecting pieces of a mysterious medley called the Earth Song. The game promises plenty of people to meet, puzzles to solve, and songs to sing. With a colorful, almost papercraft style, this looks to be a game that's just as fun to watch as it is to play. And I love the fact that this game promotes using alternative ways to resolve conflicts, a message everyone can get behind. Wandersong is aiming for an early 2018 release for PC, Mac, and Switch. At number 7, we have Forgotten Anne. Almost quite literally taking a page out of Studio Ghibli's art book, Forgotten Anne looks like it'll give you a chance to interact in your own version of a Miyazaki movie. Taking place in the Forgotten Lands, a place where lost items like clothes and furniture live while waiting to be rediscovered, Forgotten Anne puts you in the shoes of Anne, an enforcer. It's your job to suppress an ongoing rebellion among these forgotlings. Make decisions for the good of your allies and ultimately find your way back to the human world. With a focus on its narrative and art style over things like complex platforming and puzzles, this could be a great game for any age gamer and can inspire some insightful dialogue based on choices made in the game. Forgotten Anne is aiming for an early 2018 release and will be available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. At number 6, we have Miniko's Night Market. Easily the top contender for Cat Game of the Year 2018. I'd best describe this game as a mix of Racketeer and Item Shop's Tale, Stardew Valley, and Animal Crossing. In this game, you spend your days on your home island, foraging and crafting items that you sell in a nightly market stall. Once you've racked up some cash, you can start exploring the market and more parts of the island itself. And oh yes, the cats. As with real life, cats provide us with a multitude of services. In Maniko's night market, they provide things like crafting resources and vehicles. You can even grow your own cats by watering patches of ground and watching them sprout up in cute tufts of fur and whiskers. With an adorable art style and interesting mechanics, this is a game that the whole family can discover together. Maniko's Night Market is releasing sometime in 2018 on PC and Mac, and they are currently looking into additional platforms. I'm looking at you, Switch. At number 5, we have Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. One of the most critically acclaimed games from the Wii U is finally being released on the Switch. Originally released in 2014, Tropical Freeze won over many fans with platforming gameplay similar to the Donkey Kong games from the Super Nintendo era. This game has a reputation of being more difficult than it initially lets on, so Nintendo has recruited some help by calling Funky Kong. Essentially a beginner-friendly mode, Funky can double jump, hover, and do infinite corkscrews underwater. All we need is Tiny, Lanky, and Chunky, and I can finally get my Donkey Kong 64 sequel. Anyways, the game can be played in its entirety in local co-op, so all you'll have to do is pop off a Joy-Con, and you and your family will be all set for some buttery smooth platforming action. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze will be releasing on May 4th exclusively for the Switch. Serving up at number 4, sorry, come on guys, I had to, I'm a dad. Anyways, at number 4, we have Mario Tennis Aces. Mario is stepping back onto the tennis court with his first sports outing on the Switch. The previous installment in the franchise was Ultra Smash for the Wii U, and from what I heard it had mixed reviews. But the biggest reason people are hyped for this game? Story mode. For the first time in the franchise since Mario Tennis Power Tour on the Game Boy Advance, Mario Tennis will have an RPG-like story mode. Nintendo says the mode will add a variety of missions and boss battles and more, and all of that from the initial trailer, it looks fantastic. I can't wait for all the intense matches that will be taking place in my home once this game launches in spring of 2018. Alright folks, we're in the home stretch now, so coming in at number 3 is Kirby Star Allies. Everyone's favorite pink ball of stuff, and my personal favorite Smash character is finally on the Switch. Aside from his traditional abilities he's collected throughout the years, Kirby will receive new abilities like the Artist and Spider. The headliner for Star Allies is the co-op play. Like in older games, up to 4 players can team up, and now they'll be able to make use of the brand new friend abilities, which are special attacks that will help fight off even bigger baddies. The best part of this game is Kirby's friend heart though. Not only can he bring in other Kirbys into the fray, but he can also get enemies to join the game. Hurling one of the friend hearts towards an enemy will inspire it to become BFS with Kirby. It's as wholesome and adorable as it sounds. My kids love it, my wife will love it, and if there's anything I've learned from JRPGs and anime, is that the power of friendship is the strongest of all. Kirby Star Allies will be air riding into your Switch March 16th. At number 2, we have Dreams. The long-awaited follow-up to Little Big Planet, Dreams builds on Media Molecule's play, create, and share ethos. But unlike the studio's previous work, it is not a customizable, create-your-own co-op platformer. It is so much bigger. Instead of crafting calculators and homage levels made from cardboard blocks and stickers, Dreams lets you create anything. Anything at all. A neon city, a desert wasteland, a moving T-Rex skeleton, a solar system made from cat faces. You can make something as small as a 3D painting or a vase of flowers, or something as big as an entire adventure game with its own characters, dialogue, and musical score. Anything you can create can be uploaded and shared with others. And I mean, people created some amazing stuff with Little Big Planet, and I mean, this looks like it's even bigger and more robust. So, I mean, we'll have to see how complex the tools can get, but I'd like to think that this is a game that many gamers across many ages and skill levels could pick up and play. I'm sure we'll see some mind-blowing experiences, and your family will be able to start making your own when Dreams releases for the PS4 sometime later this year. Alright guys, here we are. Coming in at number 1, we have Blitz. I'm calling it now. The two most prevalent trends of 2018 will be Battle Royale modes and farming simulators. Blitz is Pokemon meets Stardew Valley. Maybe Monster Rancher would be more apt. But this game has you starting a farm from which you'll grow and sell crops in a town that you can also invest your profits in. However, you can also grow and encounter little fighting creatures named Blitz. Like Animal Crossing, it looks like there's a big focus on customization. Not only can you create the character that looks perfect to you, you can also join different clubs, think high school hobby clubs, that grant exclusive Blitz for an even greater level of personalization. With an art style filled with soft pastels, this game has a whimsical look that comes straight out of a storybook. Double Fine has a long history of creating fun, imaginative games, and this looks to be no exception. Despite the fact that this is a single-player game, I believe that this will be a great game for the family to enjoy together. One of the people at Double Fine said that Blitz is like all of your favorite games rolled into one, and you know what? I think he may be right. Blitz will be sprouting up on Xbox One and PC sometime this year, so keep a lookout for an official release date. Alright, so there you are. Those are my top 10 family games for the year. Please tell me what you think. What games look the most interesting? What are you most excited for? What did I miss? You know, in my original list, I was going to include Kingdom Hearts 3, and I thought about it, and I was like, well, you can't explain Kingdom Hearts 3 to an adult, let alone a 4-year-old, so that wasn't going on there. That's an honorable mention, so to speak. Anyways, keep the convo going down below in the comments. On top of that, outside of social media, you can always find me every morning on Twitch at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time till about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I've been playing a lot of stuff right now, mainly PUBG, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege. I've also been doing XCOM 2, Path of Exile, Warframe, working on my first Stalker playthrough. Anyways, the point is I play a lot of stuff that will keep you interested and entertained, and then from there we can talk more about parent gaming. And we can also continue the convo about how gaming can make you a better parent. So thank you again for watching my video, and I can't wait to talk to you all. Have a great one. Have a great day. Peace.